You're supposed to be a man, but you walk around with tits. You see? That's what triggers them. That's what fucking gets them going. That's what gets them all fired up. And the little bitches, what does it do? Yeah. Keyboard warriors. Hello? Flub-a-dub. Yo, man, come on. You gotta pay the rent, bro. I mean, I can't be waiting. Bro, you're getting ready to get a 3-day notice. And then I'm gonna have to evict you. I don't wanna do that to you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, maybe, just maybe, if you make some better hater videos, maybe you'll get some more views and YouTube will pay you more. You'll be able to make some money, pay the rent. What? She took all your money. She ran off with it? Nah, come on. She left you like at the restaurant? All right, so some of the haters made some more videos today. They're on a fucking roll. But I want to say one thing. Thank you.
Well guys, it looks like we are back once again with the biggest Wes Watson fanboy on the planet at this point. Good old Mike Forgione, aka that one Wes Watson clone who has become more obsessed with man titties than any of the rest. And man, has this guy been completely on one lately, which I am not joking about whatsoever, because Mikey here has just had quite the week where he has not only been ranting about the haters nonstop, but has also made some very extreme claims about me and Bubba, along with, of course, throwing in some shots at good old Dubs. So we're just gonna hop right on into this one, where Mike makes himself look goofy on a daily basis, and we'll take a look at some of these Instagram stories that he just loves to post. And he has made quite a few goofy ones this last week, where we watched him sit there and talk about how apparently he knows why people watch him, before just basically telling everyone to go ahead and get their popcorn, and somewhat admitting that he's becoming aware that he's just a lolcow. And he did this little rant in the morning, and by the afternoon he was making another post, where he was of course talking about the haters and referring to us as psychopaths.
You know, why do you guys watch me? And why do you watch my stories? I know why. Because I say the shit that you want to say, but you won't say. Because you're too afraid of what the fuck will happen. What will people think if I say some outlandish ass shit like that? But you know what? It's all part of the show. So if I'm going to say shit like this, I might as well fucking give you guys a show. Get your popcorn. You guys know I got to address these psychopaths on YouTube that are making all these fucking videos about me. I can't even classify them as haters because they've already made it to psychopath level. But I do want to say one thing. You're welcome. Yeah, your boy Mike's beating everybody on the views when it comes to the fucking hater videos and the psychopath videos. Shit. Look at your account. I got more views than most of your other bullshit videos. So keep them coming.
And I have absolutely no idea what this goober is even on about at this point. And I don't even think that he realizes that most people watch him because he's out here just screaming and saying such ridiculous things, and is always trying to put on this really big tough guy act when he looks like some middle-aged dad who's going through a full-blown midlife crisis. And a lot of people just view it as being goofy and comical, rather than wanting to actually say or look like anything that you're doing. And for some reason, he always thinks that the saying that you better go get your popcorn is just some kind of gotcha, because this motherfucker here is always saying it. But along with all of that, Mike has also decided that he is going to start referring to all of the YouTubers and different people who like to just sit back and watch him act like a fool as just pure blown psychopaths. And this is really a trend in his own little conspiracy theory that he is starting this week, and it just continued to get proceedingly worse as the week went on. And we are of course just getting started with all of the goofy ass Instagram story posts, because during this week, as I said earlier, Mike of course felt the need to go ahead and call out one of his favorite targets, good old Dubs. And I don't know why he is so obsessed with Dubs, but the guy must be thinking about him 24/7, and he apparently had a fan mention it to him and just felt the need to end up going on a rant because of it. Now I'll let you decide if you think that's what really happened and if a fan really did mention it to him, considering that this guy is just not that well known. And me personally, I'm just not buying it. I think he just wanted an excuse to talk about good old Dubs.
All right, guys, so I just had somebody run by me, and as they were running up on me, they said, "Where's Flubba Dub at? Where's Flubba Dub?" I said, "Oh shit, you seen that?" He said, "Oh yeah, that shit was funny as shit." You see, Flubba Dub, I want you to understand something. There's a difference between how I make videos and you guys make videos. You see, I make videos that really are funny sometimes. Well, that one was funny. Even Flubba Dub himself said it was funny. And I'm not even calling him out personally because nobody knows who the Flubba Dub is. Flubba Dub, you know who Flubba Dub is. Your people know who Flubba Dub is, but nobody else does. So, guys, my point that I'm trying to make is switch your content around to be more entertaining and funny, and then it won't be so fucking so haterish. What about Flubba Dub? Yeah, Flubba Dub, you bitch made motherfucker. What about you? Where you at? Where's the real haters? Where's the real motherfuckers? The real Johnny B, pizza tit, yeah, the boy. Where's he at? Huh? Where's that pussy ass motherfucker at?
And yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that felt kind of haterish with the way he was trying to call out Dubs and John Bravo. But not only that, but it felt pretty damn personal when you're out here just calling them every name that could come to your mind in that short couple seconds. So trying to backtrack on this is just some downright insane work. And he was still just nowhere near done with this little rant, because he then had to go ahead and try to use it to throw in more shots at people like me and Bubba who have made videos on him, which apparently he just can't handle, and he just kept trying to push this same bullshit narrative, where if you dare disagree with him or criticize him, then you're just a psycho who's trying to push hate.
Okay, but in the defense of Flubba Dub, I'll give it to him. He makes some funny shit. Not always, but a lot of times Flubba Dub's videos are pretty funny. But the other guys are just straight driving hate, man. Those guys, they try to be funny, but they're not. They try to say they're just making roasting videos or clowning videos, but they're not. They're actually talking a lot of shit, and they're driving hate, which leads to obsession, which then leads to psychopaths, and who the f knows where else it goes. We already know where it went once. I'm not going to mention the name, but there's one person out there that got in some shit, and it all started from the haters that created the content that drove people into that person's DMs and comments, and y'all know where it led to.
And I want you to go ahead and pay close attention to what Mikey here is saying at the end there, because this was of course the beginning of him attempting to basically say that me and Bubba are the ones who are responsible for Charlie Kirk's death. And this is just such an extreme claim, and it is just absolutely wild in general, that I can't even believe that we're beginning to discuss it. The guy is comparing a vastly wide political industry of media companies to a couple of different YouTubers that saw his content online, thought it was pretty goofy that he's always yelling about man tits and just insulting people's appearance in order to get them to sign up for his little coaching program, which is just not a very effective strategy in general, and is basically making this comparison to go ahead and try to silence us just because he didn't like what we were trying to say. And keep in mind, we weren't even saying anything wild. We were playing his own clips, laughing at them, and cracking a few jokes about him, and it has led to this man trying to take that and trying to frame all of the supposed haters in the same context with what happened to Charlie Kirk. Like the man is borderline comparing himself to Charlie Kirk in order to grift, and he ended up making a YouTube video basically about the entire thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive straight on into it.
And the haters that are driving these people to act the way that they're acting. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with all the videos that I see of all of these people celebrating. This is just mind-blowing. I can't even fathom the thought of how these people wake up, open their eyes, and celebrate an assassination of a man who was a great man, a family man. These people on YouTube, these people that make these hater videos, these are terrible, terrible people. They don't realize it. They're that psychotic in the head. They think that they're doing good with their community, that they call it. Their community is almost like a cult. Like, it's crazy. I can tell when they make a video on me, because when they make a video on me, my DMs get flooded with hate.
And as you can clearly see, we can already tell what he's kind of trying to do right here, which is to spin this narrative in order to try and benefit himself against all of the supposed online haters. And as I said earlier, it's basically him just being against free speech at this point, because all our videos are we see something stupid online or something goofy, and I go ahead and I share my opinion on it. And the audience can either agree with me, disagree, or just not give a fuck. But I'm not trying to tell people what to think. I'm simply coming on here talking about it as I would with my buddies and just sharing my opinion. And I don't expect you to even give a fuck about my opinion, but I do have the right to go ahead and call you out when you say something that I don't agree with. And I'm not inciting any violence towards you or doing any calls to action or anything like that. But throughout this video, in my opinion, it really looks like Mike is just against freedom of speech unless you agree with him on it. Then it's okay to share your opinion. But if you dare to disagree with him, then it's hate, and you're just turning people who hate into psychopaths that are going to end up doing something bad.
Just nasty shit. Ridiculous. And it's crazy because this whole event with Charlie started from media driving hate and people talking trash, making videos, driving hate against a man who just clearly wanted to debate and gave people an open microphone to talk and have logical conversation back and forth. But they just couldn't deal with his answers. And he would shut them down. It's like a walking chat GPT. You could not win a debate against him when it comes to the shit that these crazy people would come up with. But the people that are making these videos online that are driving the hate, they don't realize what they're doing. They don't understand it. They're really psychotic. They don't realize that when they make these videos about another person and then they speak over the video with their commentary and they're talking and they're just nonstop talking negative about the person on the screen, they think that it's not driving hate. They think that they're driving comedy. But what happens is it drives so much hate and triggers the audience so much that a strong handful of those people in that audience go over and find that individual on other social media sites like Instagram, flood their DMs with mean, nasty, derogatory shit, trolling them, doing all kinds of different things. Some of them are death threats. Somebody sent my address to me. This is the shit that we get. And we don't get this because we put out our own positive videos. We get this because you guys, the haters, the ones I'm talking to that are watching this, not the regular audience, normal people are normal people, you know, like us. But the haters, the ones that drive the audience of haters that become psychopaths.
And even if we go ahead and use his own logic for a second, he just doesn't make any sense. Like, let's completely play into everything that he was just saying. The thing he just advocated for and praised, which was an open mic for discussion, is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not even speaking for you, Mike. I play your own clips from your own channel that you yourself decided to post publicly, and I just call out your actions and debate your logic. So I'm doing the very thing that you were just praising. No one is trying to silence you, and in fact, I'm letting your own voice speak, just like I am doing right now. And what is really crazy about all of it is that this goober then referred to any hate he gets as being all of our fault, and says that it isn't due to his supposedly positive content, which is highly debatable on its own. Like, let's go ahead and take a look at some of that positive content that he is just always posting.
She got no tits, and you got tits. Scenario number 1. Your wife's not busted. She got tits, and you got tits. Scenario number 2. I'm f***ing mind-boggled by the amount of people that I see watching my stories. Y'all motherfuckers got tits. Come on, man. Your f***ing kids got a cosign on you. They gotta say, that's my dad. Yeah, the guy over there with the big tits. All right, guys, so I just had some f***ing motherfucker hit me up in the DMs. I've been having a lot of f***ings hitting me in the DMs talking straight trolling, acting crazy. These guys are f***ing lonely. Like, the definition of lonely is these motherfuckers. Question is, when are you gonna f***ing start? When? Just tell me. When are you gonna start? When are you gonna stop being a fat titty having f***ing lame? When? You guys know all these trolls online make these hater videos talking about, oh, these alpha males are begging for money. First of all, anybody that calls another man alpha male, straight up, you sound like one of them bitches. One of them fucking bitch-ass haters. And you're running your dick sucker about Wes when it's your fucking fault. It ain't fucking Wes's fault. Now, I get it. Guys that were born up, you know, retarded, whatever. You can't control it. I get it. Y'all get a pass.
So there you have it, Mike. Doesn't seem too damn positive at all, and it's the things that we are making fun of you for saying and criticizing you for. And I promise you that I could have made that shit like 5 times longer. And I don't know why you're surprised that when you're constantly talking shit and putting other people down, that someone is going to end up talking a little bit of shit back. And maybe, Mike, just maybe, it is your own words that are your biggest problem. And even though you're out here always doing this dumb shit, it doesn't justify anyone going into your DMs or contacting you. And I sure as hell do not condone that whatsoever. And I have even went ahead and declared countless times that no one should ever contact you. But just because there are some lunatics who don't listen and just do whatever they want regardless, that are in pretty much every social group or in every community, it doesn't mean that you can use it to try and hide and then to try to silence anyone who disagrees with you only because of that. That's just not how that works, big dog.
You see, when the haters hit me in the DMs, I don't engage. I delete it. I just delete it. I've been caught engaging with some of these haters on the comments. I've been caught engaging with some of these haters in the DMs, but I learned and realized that it just turns into some nasty shit. So now I just don't even engage. I just fucking delete it when I get it. But it's pretty pathetic that it winds up coming across the DMs that much. And it's driven from you shitbags on the internet that make hater videos.
And you see, Mike, with that one sentence right there, you have just labeled me something a shitbag, which is way worse than anything that I think I've ever said about you. And you don't see me over here just crying nonstop about how you're trying to push hate and how you're creating psychos that are going to come after me. So you're sounding pretty hypocritical.
When you're making these fucking hater videos like you just made, I know you're watching, and then you ask for subscribers at the end, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you notice how I'm not naming names, because I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to give you the credit. But you know who you are. But you ask for subscribers at the end. So you made a video about Charlie Kirk. You talk shit about me and a couple of other so-called alpha males in your video. And then you ask for subscribers. So you clearly want to profit off of the death of Charlie Kirk. Pretty fucking pathetic. It's terrible. Not one of my videos did I make a call to action for anybody to follow, subscribe, buy one of my products. Not my intention. I don't give a fuck. I don't need money from my products that I sell online. I make my money off of my real estate investments. I make my money off of the AC company that I built from 1 truck to 40 trucks and sold for 8 figures. I don't need views. I don't need clicks. I don't need them to buy my course or anything like that. And I don't sell a course. I don't need money off this video. I need the haters to stop.
And here's something that I just had to point out because I found it really damn interesting, and that is the fact that he had the audacity to say that he has never tried to get anyone to buy anything or to make a call for action for pretty much anything. But then if we go take a look at the good old Instagram here, we'll see that Mike made a post that is basically addressing everything that we just talked about. And it's basically everything that we ended up seeing inside of his little video where he was trying to make this whole Charlie Kirk thing all about himself. And he basically posted a video where he said this right here.
Guys, there's a huge difference between a hater and a psychopath. Like, straight fucking delusional individual. Hit the slides. I'll explain it there.
So naturally, with a video like that one right there, I went ahead and I decided to look through the slides. And it's basically all of his same bullshit that he was just trying to push throughout this whole video where he's making it about himself. But there is something really interesting at the end here. And it says, stop feeding weak energy, build yourself instead, DM MF90 if you're ready to win. And what's really interesting about all of these alpha males is they're always talking about DMing them something in order for them to hit you up in the DMs and get you on a program. And it really appears, Mike, like that's what you're doing right here. So what the fuck are we doing, man? I have tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's looking like we are just straight up grifting. And it's looking like you're just trying to make this whole thing about yourself and you're just basically lying. Like, you need to wake up. You are out here creating your own conspiracy theory for all of this bullshit that you are spewing out on your own. Like, we have gotten to the point in the AMU where we have these goobers creating their very own conspiracy theories about all of their supposed haters. And it's just downright ridiculous. And I'm done with your whole little YouTube video, because I responded to a majority of it, and the rest of it is you just sitting there continuing to bullshit and repeat the same things that you just said. So with that said, I think I'm done here, and I'm out, watching Mike Forgione continue to just look like a fool, and peace.
Stop fucking slow dancing and make a move. How many more times you gonna watch? How many more times you gonna look at videos and say, one day I'll start? Oh wait, the 1st. No, what is it? January 1st, I'm gonna start. You slow dancing ass bitch. You ain't never even kissed a motherfucking girl. Shit. Y'all motherfuckers never got laid in your life. You can't even fucking get right. What's it gonna take? Huh? Get on the fucking program. Stop being a bitch. Stop saying I'm gonna fucking do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll start Monday. Tomorrow's Monday, motherfucker. You ain't gonna do it. How about today? Right fucking now. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about? Should I? Should I start? Damn. Am I getting my feelings hurt? Oh, I get my little feelings hurt? Come on.